Brad, could you turn your gain down a little bit?
The Empire Endures.
Don't turn your gain down at all. Don't listen to Mike and his troll ass. You are on something tonight, man.
It was twice.
Well, guess you better make it 3 times.
I'll be
1,
quiet.
2, 3 strikes, I'm out. Because, okay, now I have to do it all over again. You guys fucked me up real good.
Yeah, blame us.
I'm going to blame you.
I'm going to blame you guys for not playing in the last couple weeks.
That's very true. We have not played in weeks at this point because the end times are nigher, so they say. But tonight, the Empire Endures. Welcome to the Grimdark Chronicles, our playthrough of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 4th edition by Cubicle 7, where we play the hallowed, historic, and vaunted Enemy Within campaign. Actually, why am I holding these up? Hold tight.
Look
The
behind
Enemy
him.
Within campaign.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Okay,
Ooh, I
I'm
didn't
not
realize
just
that was
buy these
holographic.
pictures
That was
to-
pretty.
To put behind my head for no fucking reason. They're right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your GM, Brad, joined tonight by Mike trolling the shit out of me as Krappa.
It's not even intentional.
Justin playing Berkey, Kyle playing Sigmund, Alex playing Luca, Eric playing the thrift shop coinosaur, known as Wolfheart.
It's going to be one of those nights, isn't
It's
it?
going to be one of those
Shit.
fucking nights, man. Look,
Sound
we
like
haven't
you
played
work
in
for-
weeks. We're back. I'm excited. Let's talk about what happened last time in the Empire. So, last time in the Empire, you guys had made your way to Bogenhafen. A few episodes ago. And in that time, you proceeded to help with Joseph tasking you with getting better deals on his goods that he's selling for the Schaffenfest. You had gone to the Temple of Verena to go digging into information, Krappa, on Nuln and other things. You had met with a group of dwarfs at the Journey's End Inn. You had Malik, Snevely, Snorri, Hanold, Rondel, and Cagney and started drinking with the dwarfs. And then, as day broke on today, where again it is noon on, I lied to you, not the first of a new month, the 31st of Yardrung, because for some reason this month has 33 days in the Imperial calendar. Don't ask me why.
Why?
I don't know that answer, and I'm not going to answer you. Not going to deign you with an answer for that one, sir. What happened today, thus far, and yesterday, and last time we played? Luca, you took the stage to tell a story. And I don't remember the details of said story, but you earned 5 silver, so it must have been a very good story. Basically had to do something about a man about a horse, you having to see a man about a horse. You got a little bit of experience for that.
It's one of the greatest stories ever told.
It was.
I guess
I thought
that's
so.
fine.
It was.
And
And
A little long-winded.
it didn't take 20 sessions for the horse to be sold either.
Got to have a lot of wind to make that silver sometimes, man.
It's true. You then went off. The day broke on the 31st of Yardrung, and you went out looking for Franz and Dill, a couple individuals that you knew from about a week ago at this point, who had potentially taken a specific leadline cask to the Pandemonium or to the Zoocopia or to the Schaffenfest to be sold. But you did find out that they were heading to either the Zoocopia or the Pandemonium Carnival. As you went looking for them, you basically sat outside the carnival for an hour, calling for them, checking the outside of the carnival, telling them, Berkey, that you had an urgent message and they were meant to meet with you. And they never did. So eventually, after picking a lot of pockets, Wolfheart got a little tired of stealing coin for once, and you two, Berkey and Wolfheart, walked into the Pandemonium Carnival. So as we left off last time, it is noon. It is the 31st of Yardrung. You walked into the Pandemonium Carnival to see I believe my exact words were, a gruesome spectacle. And as we opened...
It was grisly.
Grisly, sorry.
Obviously
Grisly, gruesome.
grisly.
It's a G word. It's gross. It's disgusting. So as we open on today, you guys are walking through that little avenue in that one cart, that little space that creates the entry into the Pandemonium Carnival, and you find yourselves surrounded by these numerous different carts. And the gruesome, grisly spectacle that awaits grotesque spectacle.
Gargantuan.
Nah, that doesn't work. But what you see is you see
Gargle.
Gallivanting.
Lewd.
Yeah, you see something lewd. What you see as you guys step into this space is, and I believe I gave you a quick rundown, but I'll give you another rundown. So you step inside this carnival space, and it's created with 8 different wagons in a circle. The wagons on the exterior had garish, huge pieces of cloth that, for those of you who could read, said Dr. Wolfgang Holzer's Pandemonium Carnival and Peripatetic Menagerie of Wonders. For those of you who can't read, there was a lot of splashed paint on canvas that made no sense. But as you two step inside, as you have paid the 1 shilling fee to enter, which you had easily pickpocketed last time, the gruesome spectacle that you see are 3 beastmen inside one of these cages, inside one of these wagons, where the slatted wood and cloth side has been pulled up and above to create a viewing arch. And you watch as the crowd of nobles, the crowd of peasants, all social classes, anyone who paid the fee to come in here is standing about 3 feet back from the edge of the cage. And these 3 beastmen, one of whom has curved ram horns, plated metal growing out of its skin, and a branded scar that looks, for lack of a better term, almost like an X with a line through it, is grabbing 2 halves of a sheep's head and ripping the sheep apart, spraying the crowd with gore as it does so, and as it holds the head above it, drinking the blood that drips down. It's just...
Bro, did you just take us to a guar show?
I might have. It's just dripping down into its mouth, and as it does, you see the host, Wolfgang himself, the host of the Pandemonium Carnival, Wolfgang Holzer. He is clad in the standard garb of nobles, a wrapped cloth inside of a brocade, inside of a vest, the big poofed shoulders that are classic of the Empire, having the striations of red and white and yellows, a pair of spectacles on his eyes, his hair a shock of gray, a scar running left eye down to left mouth, and just the handlebar Hulk Hogan-esque mustache that is a dark brown compared to the rest of the gray. And he's standing there with a pipe, smoking, puffing on it, and explaining to these people. You hear as he goes, "Yes, these are some of my most prized findings. The good emperor himself saw fit for you all to see what it is like when the god of blood and skulls taints the beasts of the forest and creates these horrific creatures that are just absolutely devastating to the neighbors and to the crowds. These 3 here, alone, should they escape from their carts, could wreak havoc on this entire town with how dangerous they are."
Calling it now, they escape.
You hear as a woman kind of does the like fake little gasp of shock as one of the creatures grabs 2 of the legs of the sheep. So there's 3 of them. One has the scar on his chest that makes this logo. For anybody who understands this, it's the logo of Khorne, the god of blood and skulls. If you don't know what that logo looks like, it literally is like an X with a line across in the center and a line at the bottom. One has its scar, like a branded scar in his chest that seems to glow a faint reddish orange. One, the bone structure of its head has mutated into this shape. So the mouth is like set in the triangle between these peaks, horns spiking out to the sides. And the third has slick back horns, and a chunk of fur on its back is a bright golden yellow amongst the browns and kind of reddish browns that creates the same symbol. The one with the head that is shaped like the symbol, and the one with the fur symbol, grab the legs of what remains of the sheep as the third is still, drinking the blood out of the head, and rip the body, shredding, spraying more gore across the crowd. And you hear as the good patron, Wolfgang, just goes, "Yes, I did warn you all that this was a bit of an interactive affair. There will be water to cleanse yourself before you leave, but please." And one person goes to get close to the bars, and he puts out a staff, like a stick, and he goes, No closer. They can reach if you get too much closer, and we do not want that. The good emperor would revoke my license if someone were to get hurt. The cart, imagine that scene from the original Jurassic Park with the Velociraptor and the cage shaking. The entire cart is like shaking as they're ripping into this sheep.
From a cursory glance of the crowd, are we able to make out anyone who might be wearing like the Gruber house colors?
A cursory glance at the crowd. Go ahead and give me a perception check, and I'll give you an easy plus 40 with it.
Are we grouping this, or are we
each can roll? You can each roll.
Okay. Perception. Easy.
Well, I barely got past plus 0, 82 under 84.
Damn.
-1. And is this just me and Wolfheart in there at
it's
this
just
point?
You and Wolfheart.
Oh, geez.
You two were the only ones who had paid to go inside. I believe Krappa, Sigmund, and Luca were all waiting outside at the entrance to see if they were coming out.
It's coming back now.
It's been a few weeks. This is the nature of the biggest enemy of TTRPGs is time, always.
I heard all and got excited. Cracked one off.
I like it. So Wolfheart with a plus 0, Berkey with a 97 over 82. Not a chance. But
nope.
You are so enamored by the bloody spectacle that you're just like, yeah, no, not a chance. Wolfheart, despite the blood and gore that has sprayed out across some of the crowd, you do see one individual who appears to be wearing not the livery per se, but has a brooch on their chest piece, on their tunic that does have the symbol of House Gruber.
All right, then I guess I would elbow Berkey and nod off at the guy and start heading towards that person.
Okay.
I look over. Oh, I see. Sorry. This animal cruelty was getting the better of me.
Yeah, it's quite the show. And he kind of rolls his eyes.
As you two begin to kind of make your way through, you hear as Wolfgang Holzer, the individual in charge, again, looks and says, "Now, it is important to note that these 3 creatures were captured with great loss to men of Nuln who helped to collect them. It is not of anyone's desires that these ever reach, and I will share that in my years of traveling the Empire, the good Emperor himself, Lord Karl Franz himself, has graced us with the ability to continue to educate on this." And he kind of smacks this wiry dwarf who stands next to him. He goes, "And my good friend, the lore master here, Magnus Bugman, is ensuring that, between the two of us, we like to ensure that we garner as much information for our peoples as we can." Magnus is, for a dwarf, late middle age, somewhere in his hundreds. He's got gray hair and beard that are extremely well groomed, plated. He's got a magnifying lens that dangles from almost like a pocket watch, but instead it's a magnifying glass that dangles from his chest pocket. And his eyes kind of squint heavily as he looks around. He looks to you and he goes, "Good man Wolfgang here overestimates a bit. We dwarves respect the opinions, but the information here is mostly for our good brethren of the Sigmarites." As this is said, the two of you reach the individual who has the icon of House Gruber on his tunic, who is standing and kind of nodding along as this is happening.
I would like to point out that I'm coming up to the side of him, not to interrupt him's viewing of the show.
Sure.
And I'm just going to introduce myself and ask if basically ask if try to figure out if this is Hans or.
Okay. So
I
you
will
make your
casually sidle up on the opposite side of the man without actually interacting with him.
okay.
Hans or Dill, one of the two.
All right. So you two make your way up to the this individual, and he kind of looks to you both as you kind of step on either side, and he goes, "All right then, mates."
I would like to point out, I am walking up after the interaction starts to make it clear that I'm not with him, or at least to seem like I'm not with him. I don't want to startle him in that way. That's not what I'm saying.
That makes more sense. So as you do this, Wolfheart, as you step up, he kind of looks to you and he goes, "All right then, mate. Fancy this. Hell of a show, isn't it?"
I'm not long ago. Yeah, this is quite the display. It's impressive. And
I'm not sure I agree with impressive. bloody
impressive in a terrible way.
Yeah. Too many of my own friends and kin have been lost to these nasty creatures. But what do you do? And he just kind of leaves it at that.
And I'm gonna ask him. My name's Wolfhart. What's yours, sir?
No, it's Franz Gruber.
Oh, Franz. Speak of, I've been looking for you.
What for?
I heard, maybe, I don't know if you want to talk about it now or after the show, but came from, was it not Bogenhaven? We're in Bogenhaven. What was the previous?
Weisbruck.
Weisbruck. Heard of that you got a package from your house, and I'm looking to see if I can purchase it from you.
Roll a. Are you trying to charm him with this, or are you trying to?
Not really. I'm just more of just stating a fact. Because
Okay.
I know he came here to sell it.
So haggling, maybe?
I'll let you roll haggle. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 7 under 34, so +3.
Hell yeah.
That's a hell of a lot better than his -2. He looks to you and he goes, his eyes kind of narrow a bit, and he goes, "Well, wait, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
I
I just went to the wrong voice. Sorry. Well, what was your name again?
Introduce myself again. Name's Wolfhart.
Yeah.
And I do like a kind of shake my hand like type of thing where it's not
Shakes your hand. He
blocking
goes, a bit strange to know about my package coming in from Weisbruck. How'd you hear about it?
Heard it from your boss. The God, what that name was? His name I forget. The guy.
Which guy was his boss? I can't even remember.
He had a few different bosses. So you met with a few folks, but you did meet with the actual head of Gruber.
Yeah.
The head of the house. So the head of household from that. You could also have met with. You
It's
heard
the head
from
of the house Gruber where you get the meeting we had at the day before we left.
You met with Baron Gruber, Lady Isabel Estancia, and Captain Otto von Bismarck during that time. So you could have heard from any of those.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name right now, and I can't find it.
Just
in my notes.
Baron Gruber.
Baron Gruber. Then
he
informed me as when I was inquiring about it, and told me that you had headed this way, and we were looking to offload it at the Schaffenfest.
Are you off your rocker? My uncle sent you after me.
He did tell me that you had the package, and like I said, I'm looking to get it, and it's very important to me.
He leans in, he goes, "Are you talking about the box?"
I kind of light it and go, "Yes, I'm talking about the box."
I already sold it. How much you wait? How much are you willing to pay?
Didn't you just say you sold it?
Bill of sale's a bill of sale. I can always make a change here. We're House Gruber.
I mean, it's very important to me. I would definitely want to make sure I see it first before I pay for it, but I am willing to offer a hefty sum.
And I'll tell you that the bloke I sold it to bought it for 8 crowns.
If I can see it first, I might be willing to offer you 10.
Well, I mean, House Gruber going back on their word, that's a little bit. I'd have to pay a bit of dividends there. Make it 12.
We'll see once I want to see it first, like I said.
Let's just go on the assumption that it's to the quality of you're making. You make it 12. I can soothe the hurt feelings of the other, and we'll walk away happy friends.
If it's up to that quality, maybe we'll see about it.
You just hold. Come with me. And he starts to lead you off to the side of this carnival. So you guys came in through one of the tents, one of the carts. He's trying to lead you off to the side to one of the others. As at this point, Wolfgang has started to lead the group to the next tent. They're beginning to close the curtains over the 3 beastmen who are ripping into sheep, and he's getting ready to open the next curtain. But he goes and he's like, I'll show you what you're looking for.
I'm going to hang back, not follow, and keep an eye out for wherever this Dill person is to make sure that there's not somebody trailing Wolfhart.
Okay. So he As you look at when you came through the gate, the Beastmen cart where the Cornate Beastmen were was straight across. I'm going to call it 12 o'clock just for the sake of time. Let's use time as the metric. You came in at 6. The Cornate Beastmen were at 7. Excuse me, you came in at 6. Cornate Beastmen were at 12. They're moving to 11 o'clock, so they're moving counterclockwise. He starts to pull you off to the side, where if you came in, it would have been the first cart to the right. And you can tell immediately it's a baggage cart. It's loaded with things.
5 o'clock. Okay.
The 5 o'clock hour, yes. He gets to guide you over there, and he kind of reaches in, and as he does, you see as one of the workers of the carnival go, hey, and he goes, it's all right, isn't it? Franz Gruber sold it. Just showing this nice gent here of the goods that we've procured, and he needs to make sure that the bill of sale happened here so that we can report back. Just got to show him the same thing to make sure that everyone's on the same page, that the product has made its way to Lord Wolfgang. And the worker of the carnival gun goes, all right. I mean, look, who am I to tell a noble's house what to do? Yep, just make it quick. He reaches over to the baggage cart, grasps a panel of the cart, clicks open, reaches inside, pulls out a box about the size of this book in width, but a lot thicker. And as he does, he motions Wolfheart for you to kind of lean in, and he just tips the lid open in the shadows of your bodies. And you can see within a softball size piece of greenish stone that glows with a dark green and black kind of pulsing energy. He goes, how's that to your liking?
Very much so.
12.
I think we have a deal.
He begins to slide the case out and kind of close it up. He goes, all right, you give me the coin, I give you the crate, we all walk away.
Well, I'll have to go get the coin. I don't normally carry 12 gold crowns on me, as I'm not a fool. But
fine. We'll leave it here in the guard of Lord Wolfgang himself. Thus you know that I'm not doing you any wrong, and he knows no one's doing any wrong. You bring the coin, you meet me back here in, say, 2 hours.
Can I meet you tomorrow? I need to, like I said, it's going to take me a little bit of time to gather the coin.
Why would my uncle send you to buy this package if you didn't have the coin ready?
He didn't send me to buy it. In fact, I got the information from him so I could buy it.
I misunderstood, Lord. I do apologize. Tomorrow will be just fine. Let's say 9 a.m. And in that case, he looks to the worker from the carnival and he goes, tell your lord, sale's off. Here's his refund of 8, and here's 2 more for his troubles. Hands him a bag of 10 crowns. I'll be taking this with me now. Closes the box, pulls it out of the cart and goes, where are you staying, Wolfheart?
I'm going to tell him a different inn that we're not staying at.
Okay. So you guys are currently staying at the Journey's End. There's very close by is the Wolf's Tail. You've got the Crossed Pikes. The Crossed Pikes is the guard inn. Just keep that in mind. There's also way up near the Ostendam, there's the slightly more dangerous Half Measure Tavern.
I'm telling him the Half Measure Tavern.
He pauses as you say it. He goes, fitting. I tell you what, I am not staying at that inn. You can come to me. We will meet at the Journey's End Inn at 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I'll bring it with. I'll meet you there. We'll have an ale. We'll do an exchange.
Sounds good.
10 a.m. it is. Very nice to meet you, Lord Wolfheart. And, well, if you fuck me on this one, not exactly going to be the happiest camper for losing out on this deal.
Likewise to you.
10 a.m., Journey's End Inn. You, sir, have a great day. And as he takes it, he goes to exit. And as he does, you see that the carnival has kind of continued along. Berkey, where are you throughout all this process?
I'm kind of watching from near the 11 o'clock.
Okay, so as you're near the 11 o'clock, what you would see is as he opens the 11 o'clock tent, inside is a bright white rat-like creature. The fur is a whitish gray. The eyes are cataract over. The creature itself kind of sits in the back, like huddled up, not really moving. And you hear as the good, the good doctor himself, Wolfgang Holzer, goes, now this one here, this was a difficult grab. This, my good friends, is a rat-faced beastman. Very rare, harder to find. These other beastmen roam the forests. Now, these beastmen, we find them occasionally in the sewers or old abandoned cities. Found this one, actually, far, far to the southeast in an old ruined city that many would never heard of. He kind of looks around conspiratorially and he goes, place called Mordheim. Great.
Just
wonderful.
to be clear, this is a actual rat man. This is not a beast man, right?
Wolfhard, I'm glad you asked that. As he says that, and you turn, you see that the Skaven inside this crate, inside this cart, has turned its eyes directly towards you and is just staring at you. Cataract eyes and all. Looking right at you. Right in the direction of you and Franz Gruber and that nice, delicious, softball-sized piece of warpstone.
I was saying, he's not staring at me, he's staring at the warp star. Let's be real.
And you see as the nose starts to twitch as he begins sniffing the air. And he grins, broken yellow teeth shining through cracked and scabrous lips as he just goes, yes, Dr. Man, yes. Rat beast rat. All people of Empire beast rat. Yes. And the people begin to just kind of go, oh my God, and kind of take a step back. And you see signs of the twin-tailed comet, signs of the hammer. You see as people begin to back up and, call to Verena, to Sigmar, to Myrmidian, to whatever god or goddess they wish. And this creature grabs the bars and sticks its little snout through a bit and goes, smell this stone. At this, Wolfgang just goes, yeah, my dear people, I apologize. I've never seen this kind of behavior from him before. And he smacks him on the nose with his cane. And creature pulls back and just goes, Dr. Man, kill. Yes. And he takes a big, long drag of his pipe and he goes, right, Magnus. And Magnus just goes, Magnus begins to walk over. And as the dwarf begins to walk towards the cage, the creature inside curls and withdraws back to the back corner as the dwarf just goes, right, you stupid little beast. I told you this one would be a problem. No. The people of the Empire deserve to see the rat-faced beastmen. They need to understand what comes far from the south, far from their own homes. And Magnus just looks at him. Wolfgang Burkhardt, I'm not even going to make you roll. The look is borderline contemptuous, you're an idiot.
I guess two things. I'm going to ask quick questions. Quick question. Is the Franz still staying here? He's not actually leaving or anything?
Franz has taken the box and is leaving.
Okay, if he's leaving, I'm going to follow him. Okay. But not initially, I'm going to essentially try to tail him.
Okay.
But stealthily, I'm going to follow him. But I'm actually just going to immediately going to walk over kind of to Berkey and kind of elbow him and say, I told you the Skaven were real. Elbow him as I get up to him.
I look at him
keeping an
funny.
eye over at Franz.
I look at him and what are you talking about?
And as you say that, Berkey, you see as Wolfgang has kind of stepped onto a stage, he goes, now, my good people, there are rules to everything. Even the darkness of chaos obeys rules of some kind. These rules are things that we can use against it, should we understand them. If we understand the purpose of these rat-faced beastmen or these other beastmen, we can combat the darkness and push back against the ever-encroaching threat of chaos. And that, my good friends, is why Emperor Karl Franz has bestowed upon me this carnival, bestowed upon me this writ. And as he looks out over the crowds, he goes, he has bestowed upon me, and he pauses, and he just kind of looks a bit, and his eyes narrow, and he goes, right, that's enough. show is over. Thank you all for attending the Pandemonium Carnival. We will speak with you all in the near future. We will be back in the Reich very short time. However, we must depart. We have a long trek to Marienburg. Magnus, get moving. We need to get cleaned up. The Inquisition is on the way. The witch hunters are coming. Let's go. Let's go. Everyone out. Everyone out. Thank you so much for attending. Keep your receipts and make sure you take them to the Temple of Sigmar, where you too can be blessed in the waters of Sigmar for having witnessed the darkness of the Empire at its core. Thank you so much for coming. Get out. Get out.
Did we hear him say that the Inquisition's coming, basically?
You absolutely would have heard him because he's not quiet about it.
Do we see them?
You cannot see them from where you stand. He kind of was up on a stage almost.
If he turns away enough, I'm going to jump up on the stage and look around for the Inquisition.
He's not moving. No, he is up on the stage. Now he's directing his people who are beginning to take carts down and shutter them out and just get things locked up. People are beginning to file out. Wolfheart, to your point, the crowd moves en masse. You and Berkey can either move with the crowd or fight the crowd, whatever you want to do here, but the crowd is moving en masse.
I'm going to go with the crowd because I want to tail Franz. And if this is a mass exodus, I'm going to use it as cover to follow him.
Okay.
While the carnival people are busy breaking down, I'm going to use the way out that I found earlier. I'm actually going to get down on my belly and crawl out underneath one of the wagons.
Okay. As you begin to get on your belly and get to crawl out, you hear a rough voice next to you go, "Hey now, what you doing under our wagons?" You see a grizzled old face with like a fish hook hanging out of his ear, and he goes, "Oh, Benbow, don't let nobody under the wagons. Get out of there. Gotta go out the door like the rest of the masters."
Did he actively stop me?
Well, he's calling this to you as you're crawling.
I don't care. I'm going to keep crawling out. I'll be out from under here in just a moment. Don't trouble yourself. I had to take a leak. It's indecent to do in public.
He leans up and he goes, Master Wolfheart, we got one."
You keep swishing our names.
Oh my God, I do. Wolfgang and Wolfheart, goddamn. Master Wolfgang here. Yes.
Dude,
I got somebody crawling under, and he goes,
"No way I'm still there at this point."
Oh, I know. But he said, you hear this as you're crawling out. Wolfheart, you begin to leave with the crowd. Luca, Sigmund, Krappa, you see the crowd begin to mass exodus from this show. I need all three of you to please give me a perception at a +20 or a flat intuition. Your call.
Ooh,
Damn.
astounding success.
Nice. Okay.
Impressive success.
What do my pudgy eyes see?
What do my pudgy eyes see? All right.
+20, you said?
+20
I
if
bet
you
they're
do perception,
spotting food
yes.
somewhere.
Don't forget to say what we rolled.
Funnel cakes.
24 under 60 +4.
24 under 60, 19 under 56, and a 4 under 60.
Damn.
God. All right, guys. Well, hey, no, good news is you did perception, so nobody
That's like
elected.
Meerkat Manor.
We are on high alert at the entrance.
Yeah, we are.
Heidi-ho, neighbors. So the three of you, waiting for these two to come out, waiting for any sight, you begin to look around as the crowd starts to kind of leave the carnival quickly. And what you see is a group of three. Because nobody rolled intuition, I'll tell you what you see, because that's what you're going to get. You see a group of three. Tight black leather pants. Knee-high black leather boots.
Hell
Straps and buckles from knee to foot. Black trench coats over, surprise, a black tunic under, surprise again, a black jerkin. Each of them wear a wide brim black hat, and embossing all of it are not silver, not white, but
Let me guess.
bone color. Yeah, black. Black skulls. Bone.
I can't see it.
Bone color, like that kind of like ochre or tan color of dry, desiccated, aged bone. Skulls on the center of the hats, down the sleeves, center of the chest, and each of them carry on their hips a rapier and a brace of pistols. And they walk through the crowd, and as they do, the crowd begins to part. As people are flowing out of this carnival, you see as people kind of look up and go, oh my, and begin to try to get out of the way and begin getting accosted by these witch hunters. The three of them come in and start cuffing anyone, noble, peasant, labor, it doesn't matter. If they came out of that gate, they're trying to grab them.
There's only 3 of them, right?
There's only 3 of them. The dozens of people leaving the carnival begin to ignore the witch hunters and just kind of scatter. And one of them, pistol to the sky, by the order of the writ of the Church of Sigmar, you all are found wanted for touching heresy. Mm-hmm. You may either sit here now, or you may attempt to run. And if you run from the witch hunters, let me assure you, it will end poorly for each and every one of you.
So I start blasting.
Y'all didn't catch the memo. When the 5-0 show up, you go out the back door.
Luca, you start blasting. Wolfheart, you, having flown out with this crowd, you see...
Start throwing darts
up
at
ahead
the
of you,
witch hunters.
Franz
That
Gruber
would be a
with the
great
chest and
idea.
arms. Franz does not stop at the gunshot. In fact, he walks directly up to said witch hunters. And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a rolled parchment embossed with a wax seal, hands it to one. And the witch hunter goes, and you see as the face scowls beyond any level of just, this isn't just disgust, this is borderline hatred. And he looks to him and he goes, I cannot for the life of me understand why you have passage with that. You are free to go to the church. I will expect to see you in 1 hour, Mr. Gruber. Rolls it up, tucks it in his pocket. Looks to the rest of the crowd and goes, now! And as he sees this, you watch as... Yep. One of the laborers who had been close to the axe of the beastmen who had been ripping apart the sheep, who was covered from hair to neck in gore, kind of looks around and elects that he's going to try to almost like start to sneak away. And you see the same witch hunter go, my good man, what did I tell you? And he looks back and he just starts to book it. And you see as the witch hunter takes the second pistol, levels it and just, the guy gets hit in the back and goes face down. People at this point are screaming and he goes, this is the business of the Church of Sigmar. Please continue on your business. Well, now there's 22 of you with me now. And the 3 of them begin to kind of step around and try to corral Wolfheart and 21 other individuals.
I don't have actually any like blood on me or anything.
You do not. The only thing you're guilty of is walking out the door. That's it.
Oh, how close are we to
I don't have any actual
Wolfheart?
blood on me.
You are like all of 15 feet away from this happening as you were watching the door of the carnival to see who came out, and these witch hunters braced through the crowd and basically started corralling everybody.
And they're trying to detain all the people exiting the show?
Correct.
Okay.
Including Wolfheart. But
Correct.
Berkey went under the thing.
So we're real close to this?
You are 15, maybe 16 feet away, yeah.
I'm gonna try and like move parallel to Wolfheart.
Okay.
And not in a super hurry, but then if the opportunity presents itself, just greet Wolfheart as though he was out here with the rest of us and we got separated in the I don't know, the
Commotion.
2 fucking murders that just happened. So yeah.
Okay. So you kind of make your way towards him and try to begin to chat with him, and you see not the one who shot an individual, but another witch hunter. This one's a woman, long black hair, scars, 3 scars on her eye, looks to you both and just goes,
Where is my help?
I would also start walking over to him. If I see Cropper walking this way, I would just casually walk over there.
I start bitching about where my help is.
And I would start apologizing profusely. Like, I'm sorry, sir.
The woman walks over and goes, she looks to you, Croppa, and she goes, so sorry, sir, but your help is going to have to stay with us for just a briefest of moments.
Do you realize how hungry I am?
I do not. And
I fuck that bitch. I'm going right to Wolfheart.
Okay. You
and,
go
and
to
just
Wolfheart.
start dressing him down.
And you
I start
okay.
cowering,
Bitching
like
about
I'm in
my
fear. Like this
pastries,
is
like where the fuck have you been?
I'm just repeating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This will never happen again.
You've been gone for 45 minutes on your coffee and pastry run. Like,
Wasting away over here.
I need you both to go ahead and give me a perform check. If you don't have the perform skill, which I doubt either of you do, just give me a
Charm.
I'll call it charm. Yeah, give me a charm check.
Right. Fuck yeah.
I'm going to re-roll that with a fortune.
Okay, use a
I
fortune
don't
to
know what the
re-roll
big
that.
deal is. Looks like a bunch of heretics getting what they deserve to me.
That's better. I'll take
Okay,
it.
with a +5 and a -0, you walk out at basically a +5. The witch hunter looks to you, Krappa, as you dress him down, and she waits patiently. And how long do you dress him down for?
I mean, until I get interrupted. Like,
Okay.
I'm just going full tilt into
As
the
you're
bit.
as you're hitting your third minute in a row of full tilt dressing down, she goes, "Sir, my name is Lady Severine. I am a witch hunter with the Church of Sigmar. Your good man here will be back in your care in just a few moments. I can see he's not covered in blood. Therefore, he is probably not one of whom we're looking for. We just have to go through the arcs of the church, if you
So-
don't mind."
Along your lines of covered in, Krappa is going to spin as fast as he can, and Sweat is in an attempt to just sling Sweat right over this bitch.
Give me, you know what? We're just gonna call it like it is. Give me a
Shaking
ballistic
like
skill
a
check.
Saint Bernard. Get the fuck out of here.
Give me a ballistic skill
Jowls.
sweat check.
A
That's
ballistic.
when a taste of the vapors.
All right, Beethoven. See how much you can slobber.
I want to see if you can accurately fling your sweat with a ballistic skill check. It's just going to be challenging +0.
Hang on. We're using fortune.
This is very important.
Well, how did your Warhammer game go? Well, he tried to. Okay.
Yes, I didn't.
Tried to fling sweat
tried.
onto the witch hunter. So as you swing your head, the sweat does fly off your body. However, it's actually a good thing you re-rolled the fumble, because I was going to have it hit Wolfheart, and instead it just flies off.
Oh, that would have been perfect. I think that'd be hilarious.
She looks to you and she goes, "I understand." And as she's saying this, you all hear, Berkey, are you just circling around to come back, by the way?
I'm paying attention to what's going on. I assume I'm close by at this
Okay.
point. I'm waiting to see how this plays out.
Yeah. So you make your way back, and you're watching as you're kind of walking up. You, recognizing him, see as Wolfgang Holzayer steps out from his own cart, and he marches directly over to the witch hunters. He goes, "My good man, what in the world is the meaning of this? You know we have a writ. You know we have a permit." And he begins pulling pieces of parchment out of a
Yep.
folded
As he says
leather book.
that, I'm gonna launch in about how I need to be back at the temple. I just found my manservant. This disruption has ruined everything, and I have to get back to the high priestess, Greta Barboka, and
As you go into that, Krappa, the witch hunter at this point just goes and just waves you off. She's no longer caring about either of you. She turns back. Wolfgang has stepped out and is basically pulling piece of parchment after piece of parchment after piece of parchment and just shoving them at this witch hunter, going, "We have writs from the duchy. We have writs from the emperor. You know that we have all the permits to be here. Now, we understand you don't like it. We will pack up and we will leave. But you, sir, will be responsible for the loss of revenue of the Pandemonium Carnival, and I will be taking it up with the emperor himself at the end of this morrow." Kind of pauses. He says that and he goes, "Actually, it'll be about a week and a half, but still, I will take it up with the emperor himself, and you, sir, will be due to recompense me for the losses to my services here."
yeah.
The witch hunter at this point has a stack of papers, and he looks at them, and you kind of see as he kind of goes flick, 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 and he's just tossing them off to the side and letting them drift down into the mud of the grounds. And he goes, "Master Hosea, your writs have no value here. I am Witch Hunter Captain Agnatius. And what I say is that all of your paperwork is suspect, and you are suspect. And as he says this, you see as Wolfgang reaches into it, one more piece of like a pouch inside of the thing, and he pulls out a folded, sealed letter, embossed with a bright red seal and a blue wax seal behind it. Any of you from the Reich would understand that that's the seal of Altdorf. And he just hands it over. He goes, "Here you are, sir." The witch hunter cracks the seal, opens the letter, begins reading. And you see as the arrogance basically drains from his face, and he goes, "I see. If our benevolent emperor, Karl Franz, has seen fit for your heresy to be paraded about the Reich, I believe that I have no further statements here. Here you are, sir." And he picks up the papers out of the mud. Flick, flick. There are your papers. However, get out of Bogenhafen now. And they begin to spin on their heels. They leave the entire crowd. They stop caring about the crowd at all.
God, I love witch hunters.
You're supposed to hate them.
But he loves him.
I love
true.
them.
Now that I know sweat attacks are ballistic check, I am going to be changing my build.
It's a dangerous
I
precedent
actually
you just set,
imagine that
Brad.
whole time it wasn't even your mouth making the noises. It's just your belly grumbling at everybody.
Oh.
You just turn.
So, gentlemen, with a massive show of posturing and, quite honestly, a fair bit of dick measuring, the Pandemonium Carnival is beginning to button up and seal as if they're going to leave.
Is Franz already gone?
Franz, as he had shown the witch hunter a note, he had walked past, and the witch hunter said he wanted to see him at the Temple of Sigmar in an hour. You know that the Temple of Sigmar is a straight shot down the Nullner Weg in the Golden Plots.
Okay, I'm going to let the party know that I would want to be there to spy on them for a bit, because I need to figure out where Franz is staying, because I need to rob him tonight.
Okay. All right. So as you
Well, didn't
share
he
that,
say he was staying at our place? Like that's
He's where we're
you're
meeting
going
him.
to
I don't know if
him.
he's actually staying there.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, it'd be really awkward if he is, because Eric lied and said he was staying somewhere else.
can you imagine?
I just thought I'd get a room tonight since
Spider-Man
we're meeting
meme?
tomorrow.
I could be just drinking there. Doesn't mean I'm staying there.
True.
Wait a minute, Wolfheart doesn't drink.
He doesn't know that.
All right, gents, what do you want to do?
So notes from last time. The only other thing we needed to do in the festival right now is gear swap, if anybody hasn't done that yet.
I would like to talk to the Slovenians at some point.
The Sylvanians, not the Slovenians.
Sylvanians, my bad. Sylvanians.
And then our other thing was going to the Temple of Verena.
Temple of Verena happened last time.
We went
Did we?
there.
Gear swap happened last time.
Yeah.
I mean, I swapped my gear. It's
You
just
swapped
I'm
your
looking
gear.
at my
Lucas
notes.
I
swapped
did
his
too.
gear.
Yeah, I'm good on gear.
Did I dole out
Yeah.
the health stuff? I think I might
I
have.
don't know
Do
if
you-
you doled out the health stuff, but I know you made a lot of money last time.
I thought I
You
gave
gave me two. You gave me a
You
healing
did
draft.
because I've
and
got a digestive tonic.
Okay, yeah, I did dole out some of it. Okay, that's what I
I
thought.
got a poultice and a draft.
You've also just a throwback, 25 hours, 23 hours, whatever it is later to like episode 2 or 3. You also do have a inheritance that you had to pick up on the first day of Schaffenfest if you wanted to, which is today.
Was that on the first day? I thought it was just on during the
I thought it was
Schaffenfest.
just
Might have
while
been
we
might
were
have just
here.
been during the Schaffenfest, but
Okay, I didn't know there was
Yeah.
a first
you have
day.
that as well.
Is that
in
the
your
lock, stock, and barrel
stock, and barrel.
office?
It
Yeah.
is.
offices of
Okay.
lock, stock, and barrel?
We said we were going to do the other stuff and then go there.
Okay.
Just in case that goes tits up.
Okay.
Yeah,
We imagine it probably will go tits up.
More than likely.
it's Warhammer. Of course it will.
Tits up for Harambe.
I don't think that's the saying you're looking for there, Brett.
It is
the
today.
only other thing I wanted to do pretty much the whole time we're out in the Schaffenfest is
Yes, sir.
to just mill around and gossip about two things.
Okay.
Where the new money doe-eyed rich folk like to hang out, and best places for performers to perform.
New money, rich folk hangout. Okay.
He said
Doe-eyed.
doe-eyed. That's not
I'm
important.
not even going to worry about writing that part in. And best
It's
place
important.
to perform.
That's crucial.
Give me a, given your garb, given your apparel, give me a gossip.
Can I gossip with him?
We're gonna do this 2 different ways, so bear with me.
Okay.
First gossip check. Where do the rich folks hang out? Give me a gossip, and that one's gonna be a -20 hard, because unfortunately, Krappa, you are not dressed nicely enough for people to be easily sharing of where rich folk hang out for 2 reasons. Number 1, any rich folk you see who could tell you where they hang out are going to think that you're dressed shabbily, and the other folk may not know. So it's just going to be a harder gossip.
All right.
So give me that one first.
Ugh. -3.
Okay. Do you want to keep that?
How many before we reset?
It is 25.
We got a ways, huh?
So we just reset on 24?
4.
Yeah.
So 27.
Yeah, you got a ways. You got 3 more episodes after today.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Okay, with a -3, unfortunately, the folk of the Schaffenfest are pretty run-of-the-mill, salt-of-the-earth people. Not many of them really know where the rich hang out, at least none that you see easily. And those that you do run into who obviously have wealth, getting to them to ask where they hang out is very difficult between their bodyguards and their general lack of desire to talk to you.
Sure.
Now, Luca, now you can help. Give me a check for where a performer can perform, and with both of you, I'll give you an option. You can either both roll, or you can give him a +20, Luca.
What is your gossip?
60.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we're the same. I'll just give you the +20.
Okay, so Krappa, take a +20 gossip check to see where the best place to perform is. There we go.
Okay. +1.
Hey, you know what? At least
It works.
At least your 70 beat the 80 because you barely made it. The best place that you find to perform during this point in time is here in the Schaffenfest. This is the best place to perform for the next few days while the fest is happening. If you go outside of the Schaffenfest,
to see the Sylvanians.
if you go outside the Schaffenfest, the inns might already have entertainment booked for the festival itself, because
Okay.
with this being such a big affair, if they wanted entertainment in their inn, they had to make sure they had it lined up.
All right. I'm good then.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before we ask what you're doing next?
I just need to stalk a guy.
You need to stalk a guy. You need to see some Sylvanians. Sigmund?
Yeah, I don't want to have to make a big thing of that for everybody because there's more important things to do. But
Yeah, I'm locked in on the lock, stock, and barrel. Won't go there.
Lock, stock, and barrel. Berkey?
I am along for the ride. I will be here to help if anybody needs assistance in their goals.
Gentlemen, here's what I need. I need to know what order you're doing these things, because we have 3 different directions that 3 different members would like to go.
Well, there's a time crunch on the Franz thing, so I think we should go do that quick. And then, what was the other 2 things we need to do?
lock, stock.
Sylvanians
Lockstock.
and Lockstock.
Sylvanians. Yeah, lockstock.
Correct.
We got no leads on where the Sylvanians are.
They're in the Schaffenfest. Luca knows
Yeah.
exactly where their
Oh.
tent is.
Well, let's go there first quick.
Yeah, I'll say.
Well, also, like, dudes, if you have an idea where you're going to go after that, I can go do this by myself. It's totally fine. If you don't want to lose. Well, actually, no, you know where he's going to be in an hour. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if it's
okay.
only gonna, if the tent is close, we should just go do that quick.
It's not
Okay.
far away. The Pandemonium Carnival is at the end of the festival grounds, and the Sylvanians are not much further in because they're Sylvanians.
Then yeah, let's go there first.
Okay.
I mean,
So as you
I'm going
walk-
to try to keep track of time. So if we are starting to go long, Wolfheart's just going to peel off.
Okay.
I am gonna help him keep track of that time, and if he needs to leave early, I'll go with him.
Okay. As you begin to walk into the festival grounds, as you begin to walk from the Pandemonium Carnival, which is shuttering its doors, again, sitting right next to Dr. Malthusius' Zootopia, you see as Wolfgang Holzayer himself is speaking with an individual in a tall, garishly purple top hat, no facial hair at all, a strange, almost crooked nose, large, rotund body, and as he sees the 4 of you, goes, "Come on back to Dr. Malthusius' Zootopia! We have the best array of creatures in, well, minus my good friend Wolfgang here, but we have the best array of creatures that are allowed to remain at the carnival, so make sure you come back. Come to the Zootopia. I'll do you one better. And he walks directly up to you, Wolfheart and Berkey, and he goes, I'll give you each a coupon. I heard from my good friend Wolfgang that you didn't make it through his whole show, so he and I agree that we'll offset your cost to come to my show. Come back later and come to the Zootopia. And he just keeps saying this, and he's like walking through the crowd, handing out basically vouchers.
Where do I
to
get me one of them hats?
Oh, you cannot get this hat here. This hat is from a wonderful shop far north in Nordland, made by a gentleman named Abernathy. You may or may not know him.
I'm going to start rattling off some Norse to him.
Some Norse? Like, so just speaking in Nordland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and as you do, he kind of just goes, well, I'm not from Nordland.
Well, then I think you should give that hat over to somebody more deserving. I'll give him a winning smile.
I paid 2 whole crowns to Abernathy himself for this hat. He's a bit crazy, that man. Just be careful. He makes great hats, though.
Noted.
He keeps going through the crowd.
Well, fine.
You guys can
take the coupon.
Okay.
I was really wondering how much you were going to shake him down because Wolfheart was ready to throw it out.
Boy.
I'm Berkey. I'm kind as can be.
At this point, I really just want an AI video of Berkey and Wolfheart leaning over the bar, and it's the scene from Ocean's 11. You think we need one more, don't you? You think we need one more? Yeah, we need one more. And that's you two right now. You make your way a little further into the fairgrounds, and off to the right, you see as these individuals have a beautiful, dark, ebony-colored wooden stage built. Tall, slim poles of some kind of a bendable, like flexible wood have created a rounded arch that cloth drapes around. And in the center of this piece, you see as these individuals in all kinds of rouge and white and just makeup are doing an entire story about what appears to be perhaps Vlad von Karstein himself, one of the Sylvanian lords and one of the old elector counts who, folks say he's dead and a vampire. The show is obviously mid-throw, Luca. There are individuals milling about, and you see some of the Sylvanians that you saw earlier who are kind of like just watching the crowd, who are not a part of the show itself, if you want to approach any of them. But otherwise, they're in the midst of an act.
Why would you set it up that way?
Because?
Are any of the ones that are not on the stage currently anybody that I've interacted with while I was...
Yeah. I mean, you sat around their fire,
okay.
and you at this point, I'm operating under the assumption that because you sat around their fire and you worked with them and they tried
there
to
for a
help
while,
teach you with the loot, you interacted with the vast majority of them, at least a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to see if I see somebody that I had at least in a memorable enough interaction with that they'll know me today, I guess. Yeah. And if I see one of them...
Let's find out. Okay, so as you kind of walk up to the show, you see as one of them comes by, and you recognize that it's an individual named Vivane, who you had met yesterday. And he walks over and he goes, Luca, good to see you. We're in the midst of a show. Did you break loot strings already?
No, luckily I've been playing nice and gentle the way that, I forgot his name, shit. I don't know if I ever knew his name. Way I was shown. It's working beautifully. I've already made money playing this lute. Your teacher is amazing. And I came to try to catch the show a little bit. Unfortunately, I have plans with my friends.
And I'm going to grab 2 silver out of my purse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to I'm going to reach for his hand and kind of put it in his hand and just...
This would not be mine without your help in the first place.
So... I don't know, just a little gesture.
What are you giving him? How much?
2 silver.
Okay.
And then...
Wolfheart dies a little inside.
It ain't
That's
nothing.
Fine. Dude, you've seen me give away a lot of silver.
A lot of silver.
Half my money's in the ground right now.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen any of it.
So,
Okay.
I'd be digging in the dirt if I had.
So Luca, you do this, and he looks in his palm and he goes, "Friend Luca, this is not the way." And he takes one of the 2 silver back and he gives it back to you. And he goes, "We appreciate this, but no more."
Okay. I mean no disrespect, of course. Okay.
None taken. This is we believe that passing skills on is the greatest gift. Your coin is your coin.
So, I feel compelled to ask. Your stage is beautiful. You are great storytellers. Would it be in the realm of possibility for me to perform with you?
Perhaps. Come back. Oh, and he kind of looks. Why am I looking at my watch? They don't wear watches. He looks to the sky and he goes,
Chrono?
Come
Sundial,
back.
man.
Yeah, a chrono. We're going back to 40K real quick. He looks up at the sun and he goes, come back this evening. We have a full day planned, but come speak to Reginald again this evening, and perhaps we can plan something with you tomorrow.
While he's talking, I'm going to pay special close attention to his mouth.
Okay.
Do I notice anything odd about his mouth?
You can roll me either perception or intuition. You're gonna
It's
have
an
to.
embouchure check.
You're gonna have to roll some dice.
Perception or intuition?
Mm-hmm. And they're both at +0. With a 75 over 36, -4. What do you want to do?
I just stop looking at his mouth and go back to his eyes. Is there anything strange about his skin in any way?
It's a great question. And as you go from looking at his mouth to his eyes to his skin, that does not sparkle like diamonds in the sunlight. You'll have to find out more next time on the Grimdark Chronicles. Thank you so much for listening. I just realized I completely forgot to give a shout out at the beginning. It's been so long since we've done this that we missed some things. So thank you to Baron of Dice, who have put us into an affiliate partnership with them. Go to baronofdice.com. You can check out and use the code DEADSONS to get 5% back. We get nothing. You get everything. So thank you to them for supporting us. And thank you to our very good friends and neighbors to the north, darkforgemedia.com, for making our awesome intro video, as well as some other collaborative things that we are doing with them now. So thank you to both of them for sponsoring and supporting this entire endeavor. And thank you to all of our folks over on Patreon who help make all of this possible and help keep the lights on. If you like what you heard, head over to deadsonsco.com, where you can get access to way too many reviews of things that we've done, access to all of the different games that we've played or will play, access to all of our socials. You can see the About Us page to learn how pretty much all of us have either sunglasses or a beverage in our hand in our photos, and I didn't realize that until today. You can
I saw that trend. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
You can also go, if you wish, to patreon.com/deadsonscompany and help us continue to make this awesome content if you want to support us that way. Or the best way you can support us is hitting like, hitting subscribe on YouTube, and letting people know that we are here being ridiculous, playing these games, and having a good time doing so. So until next time, this is the Grimdark Chronicles. I'm your GM, Brad. Nobody gets XP because I'm forgetting everything today. Just kidding. Everybody gets 10 XP.
Yes. I'm level 2.
Oh no, I take it back. You don't get 10 XP. I take it back.
Too late. You
I
already
don't
said
get
it.
extra XP for dodging the 5-0. Come on.
You do not get extra XP for dodging the 5-0. The way that entire affair played out, nobody actually triggered the bonuses, so you all get 10 XP. But with that, we will see you next time for the Grimdark Chronicles.